Morning everyone, and welcome to day 5 of the trip. So after the very frustrating day yesterday, I decided to sleep in a little and not set an alarm. I proceeded to sleep for 11 hours, which I probably needed after playing for 3 days straight. It was a bit taxing on my body. So here we are at breakfast. I thought to give it a little bit of a change for breakfast. So today we're gonna have chicken pho instead of the usual. Gonna finish up here and then make our way to the Vietnam Military History Museum. After breakfast, I decided to go for a little walk and I stumbled upon this. This is St. Joseph's Cathedral. So it is a late 19th century Gothic revival church. It is named after the patron saint of Vietnam, Joseph, which also happens to be my middle name. It is also the oldest church in Hanoi, as well as quite a popular tourist attraction. So here it is. It's also got a great big Christmas tree right in front of it. So that's quite cool. I was planning on coming here anyway, but kind of stumbled upon it by accident. So here we are. Okay, so I'm really excited for our next stop. This is the Vietnam Military History Museum. So one of the main reasons that I'm so excited is because in school, one of our biggest topics in history was Vietnam and the Vietnam War. So I am quite familiar with how everything transpired. I learned a lot about it. Shout out Mrs. Angel. And it's just, I think it brings a very different perspective getting to see the things you learned about in the country that it happened. Most likely we'll get to see a bit of a different perspective to some of the things that I learned. We'll see maybe the Vietnamese perspective on the war, their views on things, and we'll get to see maybe some relics, some pieces of history from that period. I'm very excited. Let's go in. We are allowed to film, so let's go in and check it out.
Je te laisserai des mots en dessous de ta porte, en dessous de la mur qui chante, tout près de la place où tes pieds passent, cachés dans les trous dans ton hiver. Et quand tu es seul pendant un instant, tu voudras, embrasse-moi. Quand tu voudras, embrasse-moi. Quand tu voudras.
enjoyed that brief overview of the museum. It was incredibly comprehensive and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Kind of made me think. So this morning I had a call with a friend discussing some strategy for poker regarding changing gears and sort of adjusting to your environment. And just walking through this museum, that was what I was thinking in my head, that the Vietnamese army, they were up against other militaries that were exceedingly more experienced, far more equipped, had much more funding, and they were able to outmaneuver and destroy them because they adjusted to their environment. They fought guerrilla tactics, they ambushed their opponents, they didn't have tanks and aircrafts and vast amounts of artillery. They used their knowledge and their strategy, and they adjusted to the environment in which they fought, and clearly it worked. So I'm really thrilled that I got to see all of that. It brought up a lot of memories of learning about this in school, which was really cool to see. A lot of the things that I learned about, got to see the actual artifacts in person. And now we move on to the next activity of the day. Couldn't help myself. I saw this little thing in the window. It's a little crisp cake base with 3 little prawns on top. So thought I'd give it a try. Very meaty prawns, very like light and fluffy little base. Delicious little snack on the go to the next location. Due to breakfast being exceedingly late and then the museum took quite a while to get through, it is currently 5 o'clock and I am very hungry, but I don't think it would be a good idea to have a full meal this close to dinner. So I'm back at Banh Mi 25. Gonna try something a little different today. And it's crazy that this tiny little cart is busy from morning to night. So they have this restaurant here for seating that's full, this seating here that's full, and it's like that all day, even though most of it is kind of hidden beneath the cucumber and carrot. This time I got beef and cheese, and it comes with like a little dressing in the middle, and requested that they do add a little bit of their chili sauce because I can imagine it's pretty good. It's time for actual dinner. So tonight I decided to try chaka, and what better place to try it than the famous and Michelin guide recommended Chaka Thang Long. So for anyone who hasn't been to Hanoi before, this restaurant can be a little bit confusing as there are 3 Chaka Thang Longs right next to each other, but Michelin suggests come to 6B. It's marked above the restaurant. So we're gonna go in here and I'll show you what chaka actually is. We're getting a live demonstration. So that is catfish and turmeric. So it gets prepared tableside for us. A variety of herbs such as dill and spring onion. And of course, it's accompanied by some spring rolls.
Chili. Chili. And mixed sauce.
Perfect. Thank you. So that is chaka.
I'm gonna take it all together. Bit of the catfish, noodles, spring onion and dough.
Fantastic. We've come to expect from pretty much all the food that I've eaten being here. That was delicious. Very cool experience that they sit and prepare a tableside for you. So now I'm just going to work that off, as it was quite filling. I'm gonna make my way slowly, weaving through the streets back to the hostel area, because I don't know the exact name of the road, but a little bit away it seems like quite a vibe at night. A lot of the activities that you could do in Hanoi close quite early, so there's not a whole lot that we can do other than just explore the general nightlife and streets. Making my way through a street here is an experience on its own, trying to dodge the absolute flurry of motorbikes that I'm still undecided about whether they are the best drivers in the world or the worst drivers, because never in any place I've been to have I seen such perceived chaos as I have on the streets here. But I have yet to see an accident, so who am I to speak? While being in Hanoi, I haven't had access to a proper gym, so now's a good time to do a little bit of exercise, street style. Before coming here, I was completely unaware that for the tournaments, you are not allowed to wear shorts. So I came here with lots and lots of pairs of shorts, no long pants. And on my first day, I bought a long pair of pants off the street in order to enter the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. But I think enough is enough of wearing the same pants every day, so I went and bought some sweatpants. Anyone who knows me at home knows I love sweatpants, so I had quite a field day when I walked in to the store that specialized in long pants. So it took a lot of willpower for me not to go a bit insane with the pants. I only bought 4 pairs. They are so cheap, quite high quality, but I'm really happy that I now have some pants to wear. So after that little shopping excursion, I stumbled across this place for a little dessert. Of all the options, this one appealed to me most, the mixed durian bowl. So I have had durian before, and if you haven't, it is an incredibly polarizing taste. You either love it or you hate it. So this is what dessert is going to be tonight. Looks incredibly interesting, and I'm looking forward to see what it tastes like. And now for the verdict. So many different combinations of flavor, from the beetroot to the pandan jelly, which I've never had before, the jackfruit, durian, which you can distinguish immediately from everything else, to the sweet condensed milk that it's all encapsulated in. Excellent way to end off the night. While I was planning on going back to the hostel now, I couldn't really help myself when I was walking past in the street and I saw this coffee shop just absolutely packed and stuff looked great, so decided to come in and take a seat. The only thing I was really interested in getting was a coffee to end the night, and seeing as I've already shown you egg coffee, the other type of local coffee which I haven't shown is coconut coffee. I thought that it would come hot, but I like surprises, so gonna see what it tastes like. It looks quite strong from the foam, which can be expected because they use the Vietnamese coffee, but I will let you know how it tastes. So this is kind of like a coconut coffee friezo. Definitely strong bitter coffee flavors I suspected, but the really nice coconut cuts through it quite well. So which is an excellent combo, really works nicely. And the plan is finish up here, make our way back to the hostel, do a little bit of mixed game prep for tomorrow, and call it a night. So with that, we'll see you all tomorrow.